too?
Yeah, I do, but the damage is done. I love him.
You love him, but?
Yeah.
But what?
But I'm not as in love with him, and I don't.
Well, John says he wants to save the marriage and says he's willing to do whatever it takes. But Darcy proposed an open marriage.
I did.
Define that for me. How would this play out? How would this work?
I thought maybe we could stay together and have relationships outside.
So stay married and live together, but you could date other people,
Yes.
sleep with other people.
Yes.
If you were going to do that, why be married at all? Why not just be single and then you can date anybody you want?
Because he wanted to stay married.
So this was a compromise for him. I'll stay with you, sort of. Okay, I think I got it. You've cheated how many times?
Twice.
Been caught both times?
Yeah.
So you're not very good at it?
No. No, sir.
No, I mean, seriously, you're just not very good at it. Did you want to get caught?
Definitely not the first time.
Yeah. So tell me about this first girl you cheated with. What was it that was so magnetic about her that you just had to be with her instead of your wife?
I don't know that there was anything magnetic there. I think, that was a spur of the moment bad decision. Yeah, I don't know. Probably some unhappiness at home too. That's fairly well documented between Darcy and I that it hasn't been rosy.
Because I just had a baby.
But the baby you had was his.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many children do you have?
2.
Both with him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get her pregnant, and so she starts changing and expanding and being pregnant, and so you lose interest in her. I mean, look, let's just be honest. I mean, you can put a spin on this and put a face on this, and I'll tell you where you're going to wind up. If you two come in here and do that, and you try to think, okay, that's a tough question, I better be careful how I answer this, then you're going to wind up divorced because you got one foot in the courthouse right now.
I was miserable. Yeah, I was miserable.
Right. And you thought you would fix that by sleeping with someone that you weren't particularly attracted to.
Well, never said it was a wise decision.
Well, I get it. It's really hard to take back stupid. When you do something really stupid, it's hard to unring that bell, isn't it? And you admit that was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, no
right?
doubt.
Where did you do this?
In my bed.
In our house.
In your house, in your bed?
Uh-huh.
Did I understand that the neighbors or who told
My friend, yeah, she lived downstairs, told me.
So she could hear you?
Yeah, apparently.
What'd you say to him when you found out?
Well, I called him and I was like, I busted you, just come clean. And it took him a while to admit it, but he did. Went and got my car when I saw the girl.
And is she the one you hit in the head with the phone book?
No, that's the second one.
That was the second one. Okay. And tell me again why you hit her in the head with the phone book?
Because I called her mother to let her know what her daughter was doing with my husband, because she was only 22. And she didn't believe me where I got her phone number from. She said I was stalking her. I said, no, I got it out of the phone book. And she said, no, you didn't. So I went and got the phone book. And I showed her.
Okay, she didn't believe where you got the number.
Yeah.
So you hit her in the head with a phone book.
No. I went and got the phone book. I showed her that her number was in the phone book.
I see.
And then she started calling me crazy, and then I hit her over the head with the phone book.
To prove that she was right.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to see crazy?
No, I would just wanted to prove that the phone number was in the phone book.
Yeah.
She really needed to get it in there. I did.
Yeah. So as we talk about this, how does this all sound to you?
It still sounds horrible to me. I mean, it's good and fine to laugh about that now, but that was a bad night that night. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I ended up in jail that night for crying out loud, for doing nothing and trying to break up
That wasn't my
craziness
fault,
that was
though.
going in front of my daughter, was watching for crying out loud. It was bad.
Now, wait a minute. Are you criticizing how she handled your infidelity?
No. Well, yeah, I guess.
Whose side did you take in that dispute?
Well, after it was all said and done, I left with the other girl. She wanted to go to the police, and I went with her.
So you went with the girl you were cheating with to the police station to get them onto her for hitting her in the head with a phone book?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so how'd you feel about that? So he gets in the car with her and he leaves and he
Yeah,
goes down to
so
the
he
police
left
station?
me and the girls to deal with that. Well, which he had already left, and deal with all this other stuff by myself.
Wow. I'm here with Darcy, and she admits having an affair with another man, but she says it was only after she confirmed that her husband, John, had cheated first. Now, Darcy suspected John for years. She was snooping through his emails, even checking his clothes for signs of an affair. Now, the real problem is she did find disturbing evidence. Take a look.
There were numerous ways that I found out about John cheating. computer, phone, text messages, emails.
She has called friends and family and things of that nature to double check stories that I've told her. It drove me up a wall.
I found emails from an adult website. I discovered John had a personal ad. There was a question on it that asked his favorite sexual experience. He said that it was with a girl on a balcony in Mexico. The problem with the story was that it wasn't me.
There was no truth to it. That was me trying to escape my reality, pretend something else was going on.
When I confronted John, he said that it was just a joke between him and his friend. I do regret being so nosy. I kind of wish I knew the whole truth, and I don't think I ever will.
So why did y'all get married, by the way?
Well, we were happy, and then I made him move back to Pennsylvania, which was, obviously the most horrible thing anybody could do. I made him move back to Pennsylvania, and he's pretty much hated me since. My sister was pregnant, and I wanted to be an aunt, and I wanted to be closer to family.
And you didn't want to go?
No.
Did you resent her for that?
Absolutely.
Why'd you do it?
Well, I didn't want to leave her. I mean, I wanted to be with her still. So she got her mind made up that she wanted to go, and then I relented.
Yeah, and resented her for it. Did you use that to justify some of the things that you've done?
Yeah.
Oh, she's made me do this, so
Yeah, absolutely.
she owes me. I can do what I want.
I held on to that crutch for a long, long time.
And so you decided that you would just get even.
No, I didn't get even. That's not what I was trying to do.
What were you trying to do?
Be happy, have a little bit of happiness.
Well, that's kind of getting even, right? I mean, if you don't get it from him, you get it from somewhere.
And so it was a little bit that way.
And so, did you seduce him? Did you go after him?
I think I did a little,
A little?
maybe a lot.
Yeah. Well, we're being honest.
Yeah,
You decided,
I
I'm
would say.
going to do this. You just got after it.
Well, no, it didn't start out that way. We were just friends, and I guess it was flirting, and it felt
This
good.
was a guy that was over at my house, too. Like, we went places together. Like, I hung out with this guy, too. Like, it was...
Well,
I also hung out with both the girls you cheated with, too. Did you forget that?
So somebody that became your friend, too.
I don't know about friend, but an acquaintance anyway to hang out with, yeah.
Well, how insensitive of you. Do you really? Tell me how you muster indignation over this. I don't get that. I'm trying to understand. I really am, because I'm trying to figure out what buttons I need to push, what levers I need to pull to get you guys to snap out of this immature, ridiculous, going back and forth like a couple of 7th grade kids. This isn't the lunchroom. Seriously, this isn't the lunchroom. You're not going behind the gym and kissing Susie and kissing Bobby. You have children involved here. Children who had no choice about whose wagon they hooked their star. They drew you two. And you're running around like the Three Stooges here, like you have zero impulse control, and you just do what you do, and then afterwards you say, well, and now you don't want to do this anymore. Now all of a sudden I want a new standard in our relationship, right?
That started way before I knew anything was going on with her. I mean, I've become a much different person over the last couple of years, I'd like to think, and I thought it was good enough for her. But
what was the trigger on this evolution that you've gone? What caused you to become a much better person?
hitting rock bottom.
And tell me rock bottom.
I'm sleeping on a buddy's couch. I'm hating my life, and I don't know. I woke up one morning and you look around and say, what the crap am I doing here? I don't want this. I don't want this life. I want my family. I want the things that I care about.
Do you believe that he's turned over a new leaf? Do you believe he has a new attitude?
Yeah, I do. But the damage is done. I love him.
You love him, but
Yeah.
what?
But I'm not as in love with him, and I don't
So what do you want to do?
want to figure this out. I want to stop this. I want our kids to be happy.
Do you trust him?
No.
Didn't have to think about that very long, did you?
No.
You don't trust him. So you think what he's saying is that's how he feels now, but then
It could happen again.
it could happen again.
Yeah.
Do you trust her?
A little.
I did nothing for 8 years. Nothing. I sat at home waiting for him for 8 years and did nothing. Well, there would be like days where I wouldn't even see him.
I'm not that guy anymore. I'm
Doesn't
not.
matter. 8 years of damage. You can't make it up in 2 years.
Is this a life sentence?
It shouldn't be, but I don't know how to get past it.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm holding on to the past and I can't let it go. It sucks. I really think that I'm broken. I think he broke me. I feel really messed up.
And you think that's a long-term problem?
And yes.
So you just got you a ticket on the bitter bus, and so you're just going to just ride on through life. Just be pissed off from now on.
But I don't want that.
Well, I'd hate to be the next guy you take up with. Because whoever, if you got rid of him and you got with someone else, they're going to pay for what he's done, aren't they?
Yes.
Because you're going to look at them and say, yeah, I know what you guys do.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever be able to trust any man.
So, there's the question. I mean, should they fight for their marriage? Or is it time to just say, look, this is over, come on. They've beat each other up to the point that they just need to stop and move on. Darcy and John. Now, Darcy felt betrayed and really hurt by John's affairs. Well, then she did exactly the same thing. She cheated on him. Now, they're hanging on to this marriage by a thread, and so where are we here? You know, here's the danger for you. Let me tell you, let me give you my assessment of him, okay? Would you like that?
Yes.
Would you like to know my assessment of you?
I don't think he does.
Yes. Yes.
Now, one of the things that I am concerned about, and I'm going to tell you why she isn't feeling better about this. Everything you say about why you want to get back together is all about you. I'm hurting. I'm lonely. I'm on somebody's couch. I want to do this over. I don't like this anymore. It was fun when I was doing it, but now I don't like it. I've hit rock bottom. I need this. It's just me, 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 me. I felt like I walked into the damn opera. Me, 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 me. It's just all about you. And that does nothing for her. And so your risk here is that he's right. He doesn't have his wife. He doesn't have his kids. He doesn't have any of the things that he could feel secure about. And he wants to possess you again. He wants you to surrender to him again. He wants to feel like he's got you back again. And your risk is that once he does, he'll go, oh, okay. Well, let's see what else is out there. I got her back. What a dummy. And that's a risk. That's a risk. And you have to acknowledge that. Have you seen anyone professionally about this?
No, not one-on-one.
Have you gone to somebody and sat down and said, look, I need some professional help? And okay, what are your goals? And that's when you say, well, I'm extremely immature. I have no impulse control. I have no ability to predict the consequences of my actions. I have zero empathy because I don't understand what this does to my wife when I cheat on her. And then when there's a confrontation, I side with the other woman and leave her standing there, and somehow or another there's something missing in my brain where I don't get that, and I need to get that. Can you help me with that? Have you gotten that kind of help? Have you had that kind of conversation with somebody like myself?
Just now.
Yeah. Because that's what, I was in private practice for a long time, and I always listened. When couples came in, I'd sit there and talk to them, and, usually people go into marital therapy for like a long time, and I wasn't that way. I mean, because I would kind of figure this out, at least in my view, in about 30 minutes. But I would listen for where their focus was. Your focus is all on you. You have not said one thing about how you've hurt her. You've not said one thing about how she is damaged. You have not said one thing about what you did to destroy the feelings, the confidence, and the worth of the mother of your children. Not one syllable, not one word. And that makes you a high-risk candidate because it tells me you don't even almost get it. Now, you decide you're going to go hook up with some other old boy. You're a mother. You're a wife. You still flirting with this guy?
No.
You flirting with anybody else?
No.
She still talks to him all the time.
You still talk to who? The guy you had the affair with?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it was an affair.
Did y'all pull your pants down?
Yeah.
That's an affair. If y'all got together and you drop the linen and start grinning, that's an affair. Okay? You got to be honest with yourselves here. Come on. And you're still talking to this guy? Mm-hmm. You can't do that if this is going to work. Now, I'm going to tell you what it's going to take to have a chance to heal this. She is going to have to understand that you get it. That you get what it did when her husband, the father of her children, decided to go lay with someone else. While she was pregnant, while she was suffering with postpartum depression, while she needed you more than any other time in her life, you decided to go out and play footsie with some bimbo. That hurt her to the core, and she doesn't believe you get that. And you having an affair? Come on. That's not who you are.
No.
That is not who you are. You need to stop that. You need to take that off your list of possibilities. And you guys need to say, we're going to try to build this relationship based on something solid, based on trust. And you are going to have to forgive him. And forgiving him doesn't mean that what he did was okay.
I completely forgave him for the first time. It's the second time that's killing me.
I understand that. I get it. I really do. and you think that this only changes you as far as he is concerned, but that is not true. It changes you as a mother. Your children don't get 100% of who you are because a big part of you is walled off. You are hurt, you are stressed, you are tense, and they feel that and they pay for that. Now, if you want to get a divorce from him, earn the right to get a divorce from him. Truly look at this maturely. Stop this running around sleeping with some guy. Stop, I mean, come on. We've already decided you're not very good at it. Okay? You're not going to get away with this. If that's what you want, then get a divorce now. But what you need to do is sit down and work through this. And I will find you someone that I will communicate with, chapter and verse, about what they need to do to sit down with you to see if this marriage can work or it cannot. If I make that arrangement for you in a very directed way, will the two of you do it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, seriously do it.
Yes.
And and I hope you heard what I said, because I just gave you the keys to the kingdom, buddy. You hear what I said, do what I said, that will give you the chance you need. And if you don't, she will never, ever turn. She'll never, ever come back to you. I'm right about that, aren't I?
Yes.
The only thing that I remember was going to the bar and then woke up the next morning with an exotic dancer next to me.
Shortly after he apologized, I decided to stay.
It pretty much set the precedence for the relationship. I'm really surprised that she did not walk away.
Several years later, I had found out that he was unfaithful with a friend. This was somebody that I was very close with.
She made me feel wanted. It was the piece of my relationship between Callie and I that was missing.
It's hard when you're cheated on once, but then when you're cheated on twice, you're feeling like you're never going to get that trust back. One particular weekend, I decided to go see an ex-boyfriend, and William was not okay with it. He asked me not to go.
She ends up visiting him, and they end up sleeping together. It was betrayal. It felt like she was getting paid back.
It crossed my mind that yes, you got what you deserved.
But it didn't stop there, did it? Because you retaliated after her retaliation, right?
Yes, sir. I retaliated by. It wasn't full blown out. It was intimate relations. It still shouldn't have happened. The reason that I did what I did is I felt betrayed. I felt the way that she did the first time that I cheated.
It shouldn't have happened in our bed.
It shouldn't have happened in our bed. What she did shouldn't have happened in his bed with where his wife slept.
You were making a point here that, yes, you had intimate relations with somebody in her bed, but it wasn't like sexy or romantic or what?
I received oral.
And she slept in my bed the whole week while I was gone.
What was your point?
You know, I asked her not to sleep with him. I knew it was going to happen. It was an ex-boyfriend. She was going down there to console him. His wife had just died, and she was going down there to console him. They had been together a long time ago. She had mentioned several times that they were soulmates.
I need to make it known that during this point, we were separated. So the whole boyfriend thing, the ex-boyfriend thing, he knew about it. He was very clear on where I was going.
Still, two wrongs don't make a right. You don't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. We were still sleeping in the same bed together. We were still in the same house together. Being separated
Yeah,
means
obviously, and then you bring another woman into my bed.
being separated means you're completely away from each other. You're not. I'm not.
Oh, you're full blown.
You're not in the same house together. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, so y'all are here to defend your behavior.
No.
No.
No, because you're both defending what you did. You said, oh, we were separated. It was okay.
No.
I was a single girl. I went down to see an old boyfriend, and so it was no big deal. You're saying, hey, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, we didn't, like, go all the way.
No, it was a big deal. It was a very big deal.
Why are you defending it and contextualizing it for me? Seriously, is that how you want to spend your time with me?
No.
So you came here to defend this, not
No.
to change or reconcile it?
No.
No, it needs to change. It needs to stop.
Well, then why are we talking about defending it?
I don't want to defend this.
Did you guys listen to the conversation I was having here with these two? What did you take away from that conversation when I was talking to
To
the guys
own
in
up
town?
and be honest and be responsible for every action and
What
everything.
do you think about
say.
the choices they were making?
Very bad.
But do you think yours is better, worse, or different, or the same?
Cheating is cheating. Infidelity is infidelity. It should have never happened. Should never happen.
Your first infidelity that you know about was with a stripper?
It was
Yeah,
with
right
a
after I had
stripper.
foot surgery.
Yes.
Mhm. That was awesome.
So you couldn't dance.
Yeah, no.
You had foot surgery. So you met a stripper, and you took her to a hotel room.
Yes, that's what happened. I honestly, I don't have a reason of why I did what I did with the stripper. I did call it off the very next morning after we woke up in a hotel. We have been together for about 3 months, and when
You and the stripper?
No,
No, God, I hope not.
no, Callie and I have been together for about 3 months, and I went down to Fort
What
Worth.
is your point?
I guess I don't have a point.
You
I
don't have a point, because you said you woke up that next morning, and that person was like, oops, I didn't mean to do this. I hate it when that happens. You know, it's just like, oh man, I was driving to Fort Worth. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a hotel room with a stripper. I left. I just left right away, right? That's what you said.
That's what I said. That's
So
not
that
what
was
happened.
just kind of an oops.
Correct, sir. That's not what happened.
What's not what happened? Joe, please don't tell me. We'll be right back. The second time, you said you were really craving attention.
Yes. The attention that we gave each other had almost ceased to stop. As far as affection and attention.
So you were craving attention?
Yes, sir.
So that's a yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After you did that, you felt sick about it?
Yes.
Physically sick about it?
Actually, after it happened, yes, I threw up.
Yeah.
I got sick, yes.
Yeah. And then the third time, the first one was an oops. The second one was you craved attention, but you threw up after. And the third time, which was only sort of, it was Clinton's.
No, it was,
I'm going to give you a break for a
that was a
minute,
good
okay?
answer. That's-
I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to give you a break for a minute here. What the hell are you doing sleeping with somebody? You thought that was going to fix this in some way?
No, because
So why
I'm
did
not
you do
making
it?
excuses. but-
Yes, I can feel already that you are.
Yeah, I know.
Now, why did you decide to go have sex with somebody else?
That's not me. I just. Because we weren't married at the time. And so. I don't know.
You say whenever you have sex with him, these other images of these other women pop up in your head.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So you think you're in bed with him, but you then envision one of them being in bed with him.
Yeah, because if we're having. If something new happens or something, it always pops up. Did he do something with one of the other women? You know.
The reason that things new happen is because we don't have sex maybe once a month, once every 2 to 3 months.
Because I don't trust you. Why would
And so when we do get to have, I want it to be amazing. I want it to be awesome as I can. That's the only reason. Not there's no other reason than that. It's because we don't have,
Which is true.
So it's all pretty new.
Sure.
pretty much.
And so you're just trying to make it a memorable experience,
Yes, sir.
thinking that she will want then to repeat this more frequently.
That would be nice, yes, sir.
I mean, that's your thinking, you know, I got
I
to do a good job and then, right?
Yes, yes.
But that's backfiring because you're thinking, oh, he learned this from the oops.
It is.
He got this from the stripper. That's just something.
Yeah,
so that's what you
probably.
think. You get paranoid
That is.
about that.
I do get very paranoid.
Okay. William says that Callie won't even hug him or touch him. I mean, is that, there's a real wall up here as well.
Yeah, that is, yeah. And
I was just look to you guys. I mean, there's some similarities here, right?
Yeah, you just said that.
Does it seem self-destructive between the two of them? More so than it does between the two of you?
I don't know about more so, but it definitely does.
Yeah. All right, I got to take a break. Then I got a question for you. Callie says that she has a big reason for why she doesn't want to divorce William. And we're going to find out what that is when we come back. William says he desperately wants to save his marriage to Callie, despite the fact they each admit to infidelity. And you know that, look, people ask me all the time, can marriages survive infidelity? And the answer is yes, they can. Most don't, because they don't do what I told these folks they need to do. You guys have to understand that you're behaving in a very immature way. I mean, do you get that?
Yes, sir.
When I'm saying immature, I'm not trying to be insulting to you. I'm trying to be descriptive, because when people are immature, they do what they want to in the moment without consideration for the consequences. And, you know, kids just do that. I mean, they don't get it. They say, you know, it feels good now, so I'll do it. But as people mature, then they begin to say, look, I have to look at immediate gratification and also have to look at the long-term consequences of that immediate gratification. And I've said this many times before, you don't ever solve problems within a relationship by turning away from your partner and going to somebody else.
So these two couples are both in serious trouble. Personally, I don't think revenge cheating is ever a good idea, and you can see it with how it's affecting both of these couples. Neither of them are happy. Everyone's miserable and depressed and sad and crying and all of that. With the first couple, this man cheated twice, I guess because he resented her for them moving to Pennsylvania, and then he resented her for getting pregnant with his child in a way that was unattractive to him. He was no longer attracted to her, so he cheated on her. It's wild to me that, she attacked this girl with a phone book, and then he sided with the mistress and went with her to the police station against the mother of his children, who was just betrayed. I honestly don't know why she's still married to him. I don't think she should be. She also doesn't seem to really want to be either. She wants an open marriage, and she says the only reason she's still there is because he wants to stay married. But does he even seem like he wants to stay married? He just seemed pretty bitter and resentful. And with the second couple, this man cheated by 3 months into their relationship. They weren't even married, and it had only been 3 months. Girl, why did you marry him? He cheated with the stripper. She cheats in revenge. He cheats again now that they're married. And I just don't see how this is supposed to work. But what did you guys think about this episode? Do you think either of these couples have a chance to stay together? Do you think either of them should stay together? What do you think about the first husband siding with the mistress at the police station? What do you think about them having an open relationship instead of just divorcing? You guys let me know. Drop it in the comments.